Taylor Swift's lecture on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon was the most complete picture of everything Swifties have been waiting for in a while. The adorable details, intimate secrets, and even awkward moments related to fiancé Travis Kelce and music were all revealed in one
era in terms of where my life was when I wrote it and then where I am now when it's out in the world. I feel exactly the same way as I did when I wrote and recorded these songs. It's like,
because sometimes you put out an album.
Sometimes you write like the Tortured Poets Department, like the name didn't lie. I was like, I wrote that song and I was just like miserable.
Yeah.
And then when I put it out, I was like, I'm so happy now. So I just like, release week meant just like putting my phone in a drawer, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Celebrate, you have the #1 album, you've got engaged, you also finally got the masters. You control all of your masters. That was hard work. That's a lot of.
The Roots know.
Yeah.
Like Amir knows. We're all just out here in this crazy, insane music industry, and the fact that this happened still feels absolutely outlandish to me, because I kind of had made peace with the fact that I was going to re-record my music. I was going to try to replicate these songs as accurately and exactly as possible, and that was just what I was going to do, because nobody had ever given me the opportunity to bid on my work before. So I was used to feeling, whenever I would see one of my music videos that I'm really proud of from those first 6 albums, or when I would see like an album cover of mine, or hear one of the older songs, I'd get so sad, and I had to sort of create this protective layer of like not really letting them in, like not really like, oh, there's one of my music videos, don't really look at it, don't get sad, don't let it ruin your day.
Because you don't own it, someone else is getting it. Because you don't own it,
you never will, and you just have to make peace with that. So it's actually, I've had to reroute my entire absorption system of my own work to be just stoked whenever I see any of it, and it is the best feeling in the world. Thank you guys for caring about this at all.
Like, listen to it all.
Yes.
Love it all. And every time you hear it, you go, I remember where I was when I recorded it. I remember where I wrote it.
Yes,
I remember,
and now you get to go back down memory lane.
But then you also, that you re-recorded it was also historic and cool.
That was really fun. I had a blast.
That was awesome.
We had a time.
Awesome what you did.
It really was fun. And it was like, I know that these are not conversations that have typically been had outside of, behind closed doors, conference room, contract negotiation, sort of inside the music industry type spaces. And the fact that when I did say to the fans, like, this is something I care about, I know you don't have to care about this. It may not be something that you have really like absorbed yourselves in, or like, but the fact that the fans cared, it means the world to me. I know that it was a new topic of conversation to share publicly. Every artist doesn't have to care about owning their music, but I just wanted them to like know that this is a thing. And if you do care about it, negotiate to have it.
Get in there. And you're already doing it. You're inspiring hundreds of thousands of artists to do that.
Yeah.
And it's really cool that you did that, and that you were honest and let us in kind of a little peek behind the curtain of what the business is. We don't
like a huge peek behind the curtain. I was like, like just all the monsters came out. I
thought we could do something kind of fun here. Because you're Taylor Swift and you make a lot of headlines.
Correct.
There's a lot written about you on the internet every day. Some of it is very hard to tell what's true, and I thought we could have a little fun with this.
All right.
Okay, so what I'm going to do I'm going to read some rumors that I heard about Taylor Swift.
Wait, so what is this for?
It's just because it looks cool.
What is it? Do you know what this does and when I am supposed to?
Yes, you're supposed to press it. Wait, no, not yet. But I think you press it when we're all done. I'll go back through every rumor and you press it if that one is true.
So you're gonna say things that are true and false, and you're gonna
No,
is this like Two Truths and a Lie where you guess?
Yes. Oh, I can do that.
Yeah. So you.
Oh, I like that.
We're basically.
One of these I know.
Playing Two Truths
I heard
and a
that.
Lie.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And so
one of these is true.
One of these things are true, but everything else is false.
That's correct. All right, here we go. Taylor Swift, you turned down the Super Bowl halftime show. because the NFL wouldn't allow you to own your performance footage. Okay. We're gonna go through it. There's 5 rumors. Interesting. Rumor 2. Your close friend, Ed Sheeran, learned about your engagement like everyone else did on Instagram. That would be great if that's true. Rumor 3. In your speech at Selena Gomez's wedding, you joked that Selena beat you to the altar. That's funny, I think, and I know you're funny. I could see that happening. Rumor 4, you've been spotted walking a mystery dog in Florida. This is true. This is on the internet. You are walking a dog that's not your dog, and it's a mystery dog. And by the way, I think that might be the true one, but who knows? Travis Kelce can be heard harmonizing on Opalite. All right, I said 5 rumors about you. One of them is true.
And you are guessing now which one you think is the
Yes.
true one, and what happens if that is not true?
If I'm correct,
Do I
how
get to
about
like
this?
throw a marker or something?
No.
Nothing
How about this?
happens.
Or what if it's true, then you hit the buzzer,
Okay.
right? So
And I just sit here.
Well, hopefully I'll get the right one. What if I'm correct?
Okay, yeah, you could get it first.
Or we can run through the room. Let's do that. Then we could maybe run through the rumors and see why the rumors.
This is the most incredible.
What are the rules of this game?
You've
What are
never
the-
played Two Truths and a Lie, so you
No.
basically guess.
But I don't know if there are 2 truths. I think there's one
because
truth.
there's one truth and
This
a
is
bunch
called
of
4
falses.
lies and a truth.
Okay, so I should have this if it's false.
Okay, or you hit that if it's false.
There's more of a chance that it's going to be false if there's one truth in there than there's more. And I love a buzzer.
Okay. You can take this home with you. All right.
And if it's true, I'm sorry I've taken this over.
No, I love this.
But if
No,
it's
this
true, I
is-
could say that's true.
All right. All right. The name of this game is called That's True.
Okay, cool. Oh. Or you could call it That's So True, which is my favorite Gracie Abrams song, and then you could play it with other people.
Okay. That's so true.
Okay, cool.
All right. I'm going to say the rumor that I think is true. Super Bowl, I don't think that you would, about footage or something that was too, you don't care about that.
So you.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to say my truth. I think my truth, Ed Sheeran is funny.
Wait.
But I think you're closer
do I
to him.
get to touch
Hold on. I didn't guess what, when I say this is the truth.
You're working through this in your inner monologue that we're hearing a little bit of.
Correct.
Okay. I love this.
I'm working my inner monologue out loud in front of
Yeah.
everybody.
It's like,
It's not mystery
your
dog.
process is your process.
It's not mystery
Okay.
dog. Travis can be heard harmonizing. I don't think he would want to do that. I think he would want you to have your moment to shine.
It was the year of
Yes.
deep Phoenix. And
Was it deep?
I just go into
Very deep,
I
deep.
just go into like
Very deep.
the Gilded Age.
Deep. Oh,
I love the Gilded
me
Age.
too. The
Don't
Gilded
even
Age.
Get me
Oh, don't
started.
even.
Carrie
Yeah,
Coon's
but Carrie
character. It was the year of aggressively colorful skinny jeans. Everyone was walking around saying things were amazeballs. Mrs. Astor hated it.
my God, that nailed it right there.
So basically, Selena used to, like, her favorite outfit back then was like a very long tank top, skinny jeans,
They know it.
but like a tiny little vest. Like the smallest vest and chucks. And that was her, like, uniform of that year. And
Yeah.
mine was that I just always looked like I was, like, late for the cowboy-themed junior prom. And so I talked a little bit about 2008. I talked about
That's funny.
how happy I am for her and how just beautiful it's been to get to be a part of her life. But I did not
All right.
make it about me.
Okay, good. All right, then I'm going to have my second guess here. And I'm going to say, I think it'd be funny if Ed Sheeran learned about your engagement on Instagram.
That's so true.
Oh,
I
no!
have a perfect explanation.
Oh, no!
He doesn't have a phone. He doesn't have a phone.
Did he write a whole album about an old phone that he had or something?
But he doesn't have one that works.
Yeah, true. That is true.
So he doesn't have a phone, and this is like one thing I love about him. It's very eccentric. Love it. But when I'm going through being like, hey, like, you know, hey, who
all my
should we call?
peeps.
Who should we FaceTime? I'm going through my texts and being like, who have I texted within the last like month of my life? And he just wasn't there because you have to like,
How do you get a hold of him? The bat signal?
You have to email him, and then you want to set up a FaceTime, he has to find an iPad. They have to give it to him like he's a child that
Yes.
they give the iPad to.
Yes, and he watches an episode of Bluey, and then...
This is one of my absolute favorite people on the planet. And
I know, that's why I didn't guess
And then when the news came out, I was like, oh my God, we forgot to call Ed. Oh no.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, he's like family. Like,
of course.
I love him, but he doesn't have a phone.
Ah, so that is the true one. So
Yeah.
you didn't turn down the Super Bowl because of performance footage?
No.
Okay. And
No. Well, here's the thing. Like Jay-Z has always been very good to me.
Yes.
Our teams are really close. Like, it's like they sometimes will call and say, how does she feel about,
Yeah.
and that's not like an official offer or an official like a conference room conversation.
just a
Like, our
feeling
teams
out.
are really close. How does she feel about it in general? And we're always able to like tell him the truth, which is that like, I am in love with a guy who does that sport on that actual field. Like, that is violent chess. That is gladiators without swords. That is dangerous. I am, the whole season, I am locked in on what that man is doing on the field. Can you imagine if like he's out there every single week, like putting his life on the line, doing this very dangerous, very high pressure, high intensity sport. And I'm like, I wonder what my choreo should be.
Oh my gosh, honey, let me have one thing. Let me have one thing.
I think we should do 2 verses of Shake It Up, into Blank Space, into Cruel Summer would be great. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, this is nothing to do with Travis. He would love for me to do it. I'm just too locked in.
Good.
Like, yeah.
All right. Love hearing that. All right, and then Travis not harmonizing on Opalite.
He's not.
No.
No.
And you've not been spotted walking a mystery dog in Florida. That was an odd one.
I have never walked a dog in Florida, or maybe ever.
But the internet is saying it, you have. That's why I wrote it down.
I know. I didn't do that,
Not
though.
true. All right, there you
They
go.
should be able to run free.
Yeah, no, they should.
Let them free. Let them loose, right? They
let
come
'em
back.
loose, yeah.
Don't they come back? That's the cool thing about dogs.
All right.
You call them and they just come back. They come back to you.
That's not true at all. And I'm going
It's
to
like,
call
if you
it.
love your dog,
Let him free. That's not true at all. Let
if
it
it
roam.
loves you too,
Let
it
it
will come
roam.
back to you.
All right. We're going to take a commercial break. In the meantime, I'm going to call Ed Sheeran and say hi to him. Check in. Guys, thank you for doing that. More with Taylor Swift when we come back. Right.
Taylor Swift is revealing what Travis Kelce said to her before proposing in August. The Grammy winner, 35, joined host Jimmy Fallon during the Monday, October 6th episode of The Tonight Show, stepping on stage in a metallic sequined mini dress and sparkly platform heels. She briefly spoke about her brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl, before Fallon, 51, congratulated the pop star on her recent engagement to Travis Kelce after 2 years of dating. The Karma hitmaker also showed off her massive engagement ring, which reportedly cost between $700,000 and $1 million, while sharing how the nervous Kansas City Chiefs tight end popped the question to her in his backyard. Fallon inspected the incredible piece of jewelry on her finger, saying he was blinded by it, as the singer explained that she looks at the ring constantly. Swift then went on to share how Kelce proposed to her right after she recorded an episode of his New Heights podcast. She recalled him saying, "My heart's racing," and added, "I've never seen this dude nervous, ever." The Grammy-winning artist explained how Kelce pulled off the enchanting setup for the proposal at his own home before getting down on one knee. I think for Travis, the podcast was just sort of like a distraction, sort of ruse, to keep me not looking out the windows of the house. Was the backyard normal when you got there? Fallon asked, referring to the photos the singer had previously shared on Instagram showing Kelsey's elaborate, flower-adorned garden proposal. Swift replied, every time he does the podcast, it's not like he blanks out all the windows. There's fully blackout drapes on every single window of the whole house. I was like, he is so serious about this, and I really appreciate that. She went on, but then afterward, I kind of realized he's walking around sort of nervous about the podcast. He's like, my heart is racing. I know how much this means to you. I really want this to be what you hoped it would be. Because we had been talking about doing the podcast and announcing the album. He's professionally not a nervous person, she added. And so he was like, do you want to go and just walk around the backyard and have a glass of wine? I'm like, I'm always going to want to do that. And then I realized exactly why all of the windows were curtained and why he was nervous, she explained. It was the best possible case scenario, the star raved. Swift also gushed about her fiancé, telling Fallon, he's just my favorite person I've ever met, no offense to everyone else. The fact that this is the person that I get to hang out with every day forever is just like, that's the whole thing of it. You look at that and you're like, I get to hang out with him forever, and this represents that, she added, showing her ring. She also shared that Kelsey had the ring for a long time. After Fallon stated that Kelsey put a lot of work into the ring, Swift replied, he did. He did, and he had it for a really long time before he gave it to me too. He had it, like he custom did this and designed it with this amazing jeweler who he made it with. It's gorgeous. Even the sides are beautiful, Fallon gushed about the sparkling rock. I know, Swift exclaimed. I look at it constantly. It doesn't feel in any way normal for me. Elsewhere on the show, she gave insight into some of the tracks on the new album, including her raunchy song, Wood, where she talks about Kelsey's manhood. Swift said that the song started out in a very innocent place, adding, I don't know what happened, but I love this song so much. Swift put on a leggy display in a glittering off-shoulder silver mini dress and matching platform heels as she chatted with the host. The star raved about the success of her new album, telling the audience, that's all you guys. After being asked how it feels to have the record out in the world now, she shared, I'm so excited about this was sort of a surprise and a secret that I'd been carrying around for a year. And I was so excited. It's like when you're like, I got a really great Christmas present for my brother, but you have it for a year. So it's really exciting that they have opened the present and they're playing with the toy. It's fantastic. After some critics have unfavorably compared her new work to the more poetic lyrics on her last album, The Tortured Poets Department, Swift appeared to explain that she is now in a different state of mind. With my albums, I love to kind of, showcase sort of aspects of my personality that are in the extreme, right? Like Tortured Poets Department, my last album, was really highlighting the facets of me that are like a writer that's earnest and stoic and raw. And sort of like the sprawling part of it, where the part of me that wants to just be like, I'm just going to write everything and give you everything I wrote. Raw and pain and just excruciating detail. And then there's this that was the character of the poet. And this I wanted to be the character of the showgirl, which is other aspects of a person's personality where you're funny and feisty and having a blast and flirty and sort of tongue-in-cheek and a little scandalous. Swift and Fallon then played a game where the host read 5 rumors he heard about her, with only one of them being true. The first one was that Swift turned down the Super Bowl halftime show because the NFL wouldn't allow her to own the performance footage. The second one was that her close friend Ed Sheeran learned about her engagement on Instagram. The third was that in her speech at Selena Gomez's wedding, she joked that Selena beat her to the altar. The fourth was that she had been spotted walking a mystery dog in Florida, and the fifth was that Travis can be heard harmonizing on the song Opalite from her new album. Fallon guessed that the true rumor was the one about Selena. However, Swift said that was false and admitted that the true one was about Ed finding out about her engagement from Instagram. Speaking of Selena, Swift shared, "So I got to see her be the most elegant, gorgeous, not only bride, but just vision that I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen anything so beautiful as her on her wedding day. So I did make a speech, but I actually made a point not to mention anything about my engagement. Nobody wants you to be like, hey, I know this is your wedding day, but," she went on, jokingly pointing to her ring. "I did do some light teasing about the way that we used to dress in 2008, the year that we met. Because we met when we were teenagers in 2008. It was quite a year, let me tell you. And so I talked a little bit about 2008. I talked about how happy I am for her and how beautiful it's been to get to be part of her life, but I did not make it about me." She also shared Selena is the last person she texted. After Fallon appeared shocked that her friend Ed didn't learn about her engagement from Swift herself, she explained, "He doesn't have a phone. He doesn't have a phone. But when I'm going through being like, hey, who should we call? Who should we FaceTime? I'm going through my texts and being like, who have I texted within the last month of my life?" And he just wasn't there. Swift also talked about her sourdough bread baking obsession, and Fallon revealed she even baked him one. Later in the show, the star also revealed a pre-album tradition, sharing that the night before a new release, she listens to the album she made before it. The singer made history after breaking multiple streaming records on Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon with her latest album, The Life of a Showgirl. The pop icon released her new project on Friday with a fresh set of bouncy songs about love, sex, and success, leaving fans to analyze every lyric. On Spotify and Apple Music, the album became the most streamed in one day in 2025, and on Amazon Music it broke an all-time record, surpassing her own previous album, The Tortured Poets Department. As the new album holds the record for Apple Music's biggest album of 2025 by first-day streams worldwide, her single, The Fate of Ophelia, reached Apple Music's biggest song of 2025 by first-day streams globally. The Cruel Summer hitmaker has also climbed up iTunes charts, earning the spot of biggest album of 2025, also based on first-day sales worldwide. To celebrate her new album, Apple Music has compiled 3 Taylor Swift playlists that embody each phase, with highlights from her 12th full-length and the rest of her catalog that express the feelings experienced before, during, and after a performance. Meanwhile, Amazon Music released special track-by-track experience for the new album, which includes Taylor's new commentary interspersed throughout the album. Fans can listen to new bangers with the commentary from the artist about songs like The Fate of Ophelia, Elizabeth Taylor, Ruin the Friendship, and more, including Amazon Music exclusive commentary on the song Father Figure. Taylor Swift has revealed she roasted her pal Selena Gomez's Naughty's wardrobe when she delivered a lighthearted speech at her wedding. The Disney star 33 tied the knot with producer Benny Blanco in a star-studded ceremony last month, with insiders saying Taylor's beautiful speech left many guests in tears. During an appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon to promote her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, Taylor shared insight into her touching tribute to Selena at the wedding. She also shared that despite rumors she joked about Selena beating her to the altar, she opted against any mention of her engagement to Travis Kelce. Taylor said, "I did do some light teasing about the way that we used to dress in 2008, the year that we met. Because we met when we were teenagers in 2008. It was quite a year. Let me tell you." And so I talked a little bit about 2008. I talked about how happy I am for her and how beautiful it's been to get to be part of her life. But I did not make it about me. I got to see her be the most elegant, gorgeous, not only bride, but just vision that I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen anything so beautiful as her on her wedding day, Taylor gushed about her friend. Speaking of Gomez's now husband, Swift said, he is him. He is so funny. He's the best. Selena and Taylor first became pals in 2008 when they met through Nick and Joe Jonas, who they were respectively dating at the time. "We actually dated the Jonas Brothers together. It was hysterical," Selena told Kiss FM UK in 2017. "It was amazing because Taylor was the girl with the big curly hair and all the bracelets and the cowboy boots, and I was definitely up and coming and we just clicked. It was the best thing we got out of those relationships." Swift's fans went wild after learning her reaction to Gomez's wedding look in a never-before-seen video that the actress posted on Monday. Swift was seen fussing and marveling over the bride, who was getting her veil adjusted in front of a large mirror. "Are you even serious right now?" the superstar gushed over Gomez's stunning bridal makeup as she filmed the moment on her phone. "What? Look at her. Oh my God." Gomez answered, "I'm so happy I'm getting married, finally." Selena was pictured smiling in a white silk pajama top and a white slip dress underneath, with her bridal makeup already done. "I'm gonna cry, the absolute sweetest friendship. Or let me say, sisterhood. Love seeing you happy, being loved, and being surrounded by the best people possible. P.S. Obsessed with Taylor's album too," one fan wrote. "The way you always show up for each other is such a beautiful friendship. Queens supporting queens forever. Nothing makes me happier than seeing this love." In honor of Showgirl, "Blessed to have you by my side almost 20 years later, Gator. I love you," Gomez captioned her Instagram post, referencing Swift's newly released album, The Life of a Showgirl. The carousel of images shows Swift in a shimmering peach sequin gown. In one playful shot, Swift leans in with a cocktail as Gomez puckers up beside her. Another captures the pair sharing a tight hug under strings of glowing lights at the evening reception. She also included footage of the actually romantic hitmaker recording her getting ready before walking down the aisle. It's unclear whether Swift officially served as a bridesmaid, but she took on several of the traditional roles, including delivering a heartfelt speech. On the Friday before the wedding, Swift had joined other A-listers, including Gomez's Only Murders in the Building co-stars Martin Short and Steve Martin, for a rehearsal dinner at a mansion in the private community of Hope Ranch. The May nuptials on Saturday night were held at nearby Seacrest Nursery, a 17-acre palm-filled paradise spilling onto the Santa Barbara cliffside. And it was there, next to the beating Pacific, that Swift delivered a tear-jerking speech in honor of her beloved sister Gomez. As one insider told the Daily Mail, Swift's speech was so beautiful that some guests were crying. Unsurprisingly, Gomez was among those who found herself reaching for a tissue. During the sweet speech, it is understood that Swift talked about how she and Selena have both been through so much together, both professionally and personally, and said that whenever one of them had their hearts broken from failed relationship over the years, they were always there for each other. Swift, who has famously cataloged her long list of ex-lovers in her pop music, told the gathered guests that it was only when Selena finally came to the realization that she was just fine with who she was and concentrated on being just her that she fell in love with Benny. She added that Blanco and Gomez were a perfect pair, surely a well-deserved title after Gomez's years of romantic turmoil with on and off ex Justin Bieber, and that in all the years she has known Selena, she has never seen her so happy. A second source told the Daily Mail that Swift talked about always having Selena's back and how they are sisters, and that while Selena may see Taylor as the big sister, Taylor sees Selena as teaching her so much. While appearing on SiriusXM's The Morning Mashup on Monday, Swift gushed about what it was like to attend Gomez's wedding, believed to have cost around $4 million. "Not just the most beautiful bride, just like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen," Swift said. "I'm just so happy, and she deserves it so much, and you only wish that for people, you know." Taylor Swift calls theories she'll stop making music after getting married shockingly offensive. During an appearance on the Scott Mills Breakfast Show on BBC Radio 2, host Mills, 51, asked the Opalite singer, 35, about some of her fans, saying they think her latest album, The Life of a Showgirl, is her last and that she will retire from making music once she and fiancé Travis Kelce tie the knot. "Taylor, don't tell me this is your last album," Mills asked. "What? No," Swift responded, to which Mills explained, "I just saw some fans going, well, she's going to get married, and then she's going to have children, and then she's going to be the last album." Swift laughed, noting that the sentiment is a shockingly offensive thing to say. "It's not why people get married," she continued, "so that they can quit their job. It's also like music for me is." "I think the fans were just panicking," Mills added. "Oh, I know they love to panic sometimes, but it's like I love the person that I am with because he loves what I do and he loves how much I am fulfilled by making art and making music," Swift explained. That's the coolest thing about Travis. Like he is so passionate about what he does that me being passionate about what I do, it connects us. There's no point in time where he's going to be like, "I'm really upset that you're still making the music. The music thing that I signed up for that I knew you love, I thought you were going to stop doing that." The pop superstar went on to share that it is the most fun thing in the world to be able to support each other despite the pair's different career paths. She also pointed out the similarities in her job as a musician and 35-year-old Kelce's as a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. "We both, as a living, as a job, as a passion, perform for 3.5 hours in NFL stadiums," she said. "We both do 3.5 hour shows to entertain people. When I'm in those stadiums, it's a dressing room, but when he's in those exact same stadiums, it's a locker room. For him, it's practice. For me, it's rehearsal. For him, it's a game. For me, it's a show. We just call them different things. It's a very similar things. It's a very similar thing. We both have teams," she went on. Swift and Kansas City Chiefs star Kelce announced their engagement on August 26, sharing photos from the beautiful backyard proposal on Instagram. During an appearance on The Graham Norton Show on Friday, October 3rd, the day her latest album was released, Swift revealed that Kelce crushed the proposal. She also shared that her man hired her Eras Tour photographer to hide in some hedges he had erected in his backyard to capture the moment he popped the question. Mills also quizzed Swift on wedding planning and asked her which event would have the biggest production value between her Eras Tour and her forthcoming wedding. "Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm doing one thing at a time. Right now, I'm doing this," Swift said, adding that she doesn't know if she's going to hire a wedding planner. "I think that right now, I'm just like really stoked about the idea that I get to marry this person. And so I'm like, I'm going to think about that. And then I'm going to put out this album. And then I'm going to think about other things after that."